Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cooking from a Can. It has been a while. I don't even know if I'll remember how to edit this whole video together, so hopefully it'll turn out. Yeah, we just haven't done a recipe that's been different or exotic. And our basil plant actually started growing, and we have Thai holy basil growing on the property. So we were going back in our repertoire of recipes, and basil chicken was one of the ones we used to make all the time. We actually haven't had it for a while, so Shayna was like, oh, we should make basil chicken now that we have the Thai holy basil growing on the property, and this is it. So we're gonna use about 2 pounds of chicken breast. It's a good amount for 4 people, a family of 4. If you're just 2 of you, cut it in half, or if you're having a big party, obviously use as much chicken as you need to make it work for all the people that are enjoying this dish. Big bird, it's like a turkey. Save this scraps for the donkeys. We always save our meat scraps for the mini donkeys or chihuahuas. So for this recipe, you're gonna wanna cut the chicken into strips, just thin strips, like half. So yeah, just thin chicken strips. It's gonna take in the flavor a lot easier that way. So before you start this recipe, you can actually get your rice on. So if you're doing the pot method or the rice cooker method, you can put it on now and just leave it on warm if it's done before you're actually doing the chicken part. We're using a Jasmin rice, just gives it extra flavor. And that's traditionally what's served with this dish. All right, so once you got all the chicken cut up, you can set that aside. So in this recipe, you're gonna use 1 red pepper. I'm just gonna slice it thinly. So here we have our Thai holy basil. So it's a little different than your normal basil you get at the supermarket. It actually has a bit of a licorice taste, or like a star anise. So there's certain dishes that ask for just this type of basil. If you can't get this, just use normal basil, it's still gonna taste great. So we're gonna use about 30 to 40 leaves, roughly. Not really counting, unless you wanna count them. No, Shayna doesn't wanna count them. Longest part in taking the leaves off. You know, usually we get the boys to do this part because it's slave labor. Yeah, slave labor. We'll give you a treat. Pick the leaves of the basil. We actually grew this basil from seed, and now I've taken like a few of the twigs and just left the top on and put them in water to try and grow some more to root them, because we're going to use it lots. It'd probably be good in like a pasta too. Like a tomato pasta, tomato sauce.
You like extra good on caprese salad?
Yeah, caprese salad would be good because of the different flavor. It'd actually be kind of cool to mix both, I think. Like not too much, but a little bit of both. I'm just gonna throw them in here to rinse them off, even though there's probably nothing on them, but we do have bugs here. Then we're just gonna give those a rough chop just to get that flavor out. And so you're not chewing on a big leaf when it comes time to eat. So next we have the Thai chili peppers. This is going to depend on how spicy you want this dish. So with the boys eating it, again, we don't make it too spicy for them, but if it was just the 2 of us, we'd probably put more than 3 in, but we're going to do 3. And again, we grow these just outside here in our yard. And then we have about, what do we have? Like 8 cloves of garlic. So we're just gonna put both of these in the electric slap chop and just grind them up together, because they're gonna get sauteed together anyway. So we got that all nicely chopped up. Okay, so now for the sauce. You're gonna do 3 tablespoons of fish sauce, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 3 teaspoons of sugar, and 6 tablespoons of water. And we also have 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch, and you're gonna do that with some water at the end to thicken up the sauce a bit, because you want it to be a little thicker and also runny. Let's get to cooking. I feel like we've been neglecting our wok lately. We haven't really been using it. We're making other dishes, like chief friho. You guys seen that video yet? Link above here. Actually, it'll be above here.
We didn't make it, but...
No, but we learned the process of it. All right, so you're gonna start with heating up our oil. We're doing about 5 to 6 tablespoons of oil, and we're gonna saute the garlic and chilies in that first. So once your oil is all heated up, go ahead and add your garlic and chilies. Once that's sauteed up a little bit, you're gonna add your chicken. Okay, so once your chicken is cooked all the way through, you're gonna add your sauce in. And then next you're gonna add your red pepper. You're just gonna cook the red pepper till it gets to a nice tenderness. And then next you're gonna add the basil. Just let that cook down for a minute or two. And now add 3 tablespoons of water to your 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch. Just give that a stir. And then add that to the wok. So if you find your sauce isn't thickening as much because of maybe some moisture that's in the chicken when you cooked it, just add a little bit more cornstarch until it gets to a nice thick consistency and coats the chicken and the peppers. And then once you got that thick consistency, you can serve. So just serve the chicken on top of a bed of rice and it'll look something like that. So super simple dish with not a lot of ingredients, and it's got a lot of flavor. Your whole family's gonna enjoy it. Again, if you don't like spice, don't put any of the chili peppers in. If you have little kids, obviously don't put them in then either. But if you do like a lot of spice, you can put it more in than what I put in. But yeah, enjoy this meal, super simple. If you have chicken breast laying around or in the freezer, not laying around, you can simply make this. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon to get notified when we come with new videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Good evening, everybody. It's another episode of Cooking from a Can. This is Chris, your host. Sounds like a TV announcer or something, like I'm announcing sports. Kai Kraphao. You gotta say it like that, same that little accent. Kai Kraphao.
I'm hungry.
Ready? Okay, you want me to start cooking? Going back in our repertoire of, is that how you say it? Repertoire? Repertoire? Frying pan's in the way now. Shh. So noisy. Get to cooking. We could be punny and be like, oh, it's time to walk and well. Let's walk and well. Get to cooking. You bring me your dog, I walk your dog.
You chow. Okay.
I'm going to. It's chow time. Look at that.
Do you want that transferred into a bowl? I know, it looks good.
No, I gotta take a picture of it.